Hey governors, I'm not ready for 2026 because I'm still trying to process 2018. How do you expect me to possibly be ready? New Year's Eve is finally upon us, which means one thing. 23 hours of waiting for today to actually get sort of interesting, then one more hour of waiting for today to be the next day. So screw it, as we wait for the new year to come to us, why not talk about New Year's Day to pass some time? Besides, I get to release another video in the year of 2025, but I already have a video that people will mainly watch in 2026 when it's actually New Year's Day. It's great for me, I mean you! So, let's talk about New Year's. I personally consider New Year's as a 2-day holiday, with the even day both falling under New Year's, even though one is literally considered a day. So I'll be slightly talking about both today, because I feel like both should count for this holiday, sort of like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Still, I don't think I need to explain what New Year's Day is. It's literally the day where there is a new year. It's not that difficult. But hey, it does make sense to exist. We have a select amount of time to celebrate time progressing like time should. It's a great concept, though it isn't that crazy. It's basically the water of holiday concepts. Fine, not all that bad, but very basic and generic. So how about we talk about a ton of things relating to New Year's? And yes, that obviously means talking about the media of New Year's. You know where this is going. Let's start with the movies like we always do. But surprisingly, I think there are a couple ones that actually talk about New Year's. I never expected to actually be able to have a deep conversation about New Year's movies, but here we are. Alright, so I guess I have to bring up a company I am ashamed I have to bring up again, that being Hallmark. Yeah, they're mainly known for their Christmas films, but I guess they figured out they can milk a couple more dollars if they did a movie about a holiday that was close enough to the holiday they're most famous for. That's how we got films like A Royal New Year's Eve, which is practically the exact same thing as A Christmas Prince, except with New Year's Eve. I haven't seen either of these films, and I sort of refuse to do so unless I'm drinking with a bunch of my friends, but I sort of refuse to not believe that Royal New Year's Eve and A Christmas Prince aren't the exact same film except with the holidays and maybe some names swapped out. And I have zero motivation to watch any of the other New Year's Hallmark movies like A Midnight Kiss or A New Year's Resolution, so let's move on from Hallmark. But hey, good news, we finally got to see our friends over at Rankin Bass again. I miss talking about them. And what do you do when the mascot of the holiday you're adapting isn't that popular, yet you still want to actually sell this movie to people based off name recognition? You're just throwing the other most famous winter holiday mascot you have at your disposal in order to boost that excitement for the other winter holiday film, of course. That's how we got here, with Rudolph Shiny New Year. Okay, so this plot is pretty crazy, please follow along. So every year there's a new baby New Year that just comes into existence, I guess, and they age as the year goes on, like a baby does. But this baby is aging insanely fast. The baby was born in January and is already an adult by July. You know how Peter Pan doesn't age? This is like the opposite of him. But anyways, the baby New Year this time around had giant ears that had everybody from camels to clocks laughing at him. If even inanimate objects like clocks are laughing at you, I would say you probably deserved it. He then ran away out of embarrassment and now Rudolph has to go find him. If Rudolph doesn't find the baby, then time will forever stop at December 31st. So Rudolph goes back in time to try to find the baby, and during this time he meets characters like this caveman guy, Benjamin Franklin, a whale who's partly a clock. Yeah, maybe I should have saved the Peter Pan comparisons to this character. Rudolph eventually gets baby New Year off this evil vulture guy who I forgot to mention, who after making some chimeow noises upon seeing baby New Year's ears, laughs so hard that he quits being evil. Great job on me for introducing the villain right before he turns good. Then the team of good guys then have to get baby New Year back to Father Time himself, with Rudolph saying great things like this!
There must be some way to get back to Father Time's castle before the 12th bong.
I'm so sorry, it's probably the most predictable joke I've ever made, but I had to put it in. But yeah, Santa comes in and brings them to Father Time, and yay, the day is saved! And so is the rest of the time because baby New Year saved it. Shut up! Feels a bit weird to talk about a film involving characters like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus so thoroughly in a video about New Year's, but I mean it is at least half a New Year's film, and when else am I going to talk about this in one of my holiday videos? But still, I know I said this thing in my Easter video forever ago, but I would still love to make a full video about Rankin Bass. Their library is so weird to the point where this film is sort of the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, maybe spam my comment sections asking me to make a full video about Rankin Bass. I know you would all love to hear me talk about random films like Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. And now it's time for holiday horror movies with DGB, the part of the video where DGB comes out and talks about a holiday horror movie. Question though, I'm confused in how and why there are multiple horror movies for New Year's out of all holidays. Feels like a random holiday to get so many. I would have suspected Talk Like a Pirate Day to have more. Regardless, I still want a couple of these New Year's horror movies, so let's talk about a couple. First off with New Year's Evil, which is just a standard slasher movie but with a slight New Year's Eve theme to it. Before watching the film, I really only knew about the awesome theme from this movie and the kill count honestly. But besides that, after watching the film, I would say it's pretty okay. New Year's Evil is about a TV host who gets a bunch of threatening phone calls about killing people as soon as it turns midnight in certain time zones on New Year's Day, which isn't the most insane plot ever, but I am at least happy it in some way has to deal with New Year's. That's something not every single holiday horror movie can say about itself. I think if you enjoy punk rock and classic slashers like Friday the 13th, Halloween, or Black Christmas, you would enjoy this film, even if it isn't my personal favorite horror movie ever made. Also, just want to give a shout out to the theme song from this film. I probably can't play any of the clips from the song due to copyright, but you should look it up and listen to it. Still, New Year's Evil is a pretty okay film, I enjoy it. But moving on to Bloody New Year's, and I honestly prefer it over New Year's Evil. But you want to know what's surprising about this film? It has absolutely nothing to do with New Year's. Yeah, I wasn't exaggerating or anything that not every holiday horror movie really deals with the holiday they're named after. This movie is literally titled Bloody New Year's, takes place in the summer, the complete opposite season than when New Year's takes place in. But if you forgot the film took place in the summer, that would make complete sense with the amount of Christmas decorations around the hotel they stay in the film. Christmas in July was literally right there, but I guess New Year's was the holiday they went with still. Still, even though the film has absolutely nothing to do with New Year's at all outside of the title, the film was so corny you would mistake it for Thanksgiving, I still really enjoyed it. It's dumb, but in a way I can never forget, which is the type of film I absolutely love. There's literally a scene where one of the main characters in the group of friends get falcon punched by a character, not even introduced a minute prior, so hard they turn into a weird fishman zombie thing with makeup effects that honestly look way too good for this film. I love it! Still, if it isn't obvious, I would definitely recommend Bloody New Year. If you're looking for a more entertaining movie, I would definitely recommend Bloody New Year more. But if you're looking for a better New Year's horror movie, you have weird taste, but then I would still recommend New Year's Evil. But you want to know something that's somehow even more abundant than the holiday slashers? All the movies that are literally just called New Year's Eve. Oh, you like that New Year's Eve movie, don't ya? Do you mean the one from 2002? Or the one from 2011? Or the one from 2020? Or the one from 2022? Or the one from 1924? Or the one from 1948? Or the one from 1978? Like, I'm sure these are all great films, but god dang, this seems pretty excessive. Still, I'll say that these are all the movies I feel like talking about today. Since there's no real theming or anything like that with New Year's like there is for holidays like Christmas, I don't know what would and would not count for New Year's movies that don't have New Year's directly in the title. Hell, yet again, Bloody New Year had it in the title and that took place in July, so you don't even need to get the time of year right to count. So why doesn't Spaceships count? Now talking about music for New Year's is really difficult. It sort of blends in with Christmas or other winter music on what counts as New Year's music. I did find a Mariah Carey song of I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, or also known just simply as New Year's Anthem. But we're in the winter. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing Mariah Carey, so I won't talk about it. Though outside of that song, yeah, there isn't much. So anyways, I'm just gonna recommend that you listen to the theme from New Year's Evil again. You will love it. Also, yes, that is seriously all I have to say about New Year's music. I was not joking when there wasn't that much. So right after that, how about another short section? I just want to mention the New Year's glasses, which I have discovered are absolutely huge around this time of year. I never expected to be able to talk about clothing in one of these holiday videos outside of Halloween, but I guess we're here. Still, I did just want to talk about these mainly because I sadly wasn't able to wear any during this video, and I know I'll get at least one comment mentioning that if I didn't address it here. I guess I am thankful I didn't get any for this video though, because I am absolutely poor and I would never financially recover from buying a pair of glasses that I would only wear once. Come on, I'm a college student, what do you expect? Still, now you can't comment that I forgot to mention New Year's glasses because here we are! Moving on to an actually potentially good section, how about we talk about some New Year's events? There aren't that many, especially compared to other holidays like Halloween with things like trick-or-treating, or Christmas with things like gift sharing, but let's still talk about some. Guess I might as well talk about the obvious one with the actual New Year's ball drop. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty fun, just a little bit confusing. Like, out of all the things we could have done to celebrate the new year, why is it dropping balls? I thought we were celebrating a new year, why are we bringing puberty into this? Still pretty random, but I guess it is still pretty fun. And since I have no idea what else I'll be able to talk about this, I want to talk about people timing certain media to certain things happening at midnight. I don't know how to phrase that better, but do you know what I mean? Memes like this, you know? Yeah, I want to say I absolutely love these. I personally have been trying to think of a couple of good ideas of what to do for this meme, so I have never personally done it. The last time I tried timing something with midnight, it was with Bambi's mom getting shot, and saying that out loud, I now know why nobody has wanted to talk to me for the last couple of years. God damn it. Still, I want to see somebody do the math and see that if you want all the videos I release in 2025 in order all at once, at what time of the day would you have to start watching them in order for this video to start playing at midnight? If somebody does the math and posts it in the comment section below, I will pin the comment, I absolutely promise. But still, even though this is a dumb meme only I probably care for, I still like this whenever I see it. I really enjoy it. After that, can you tell I'm desperate for things to talk about in this section? I was about to talk about personal experiences me and my family had on New Year's, but we don't really have any cool memories. I really just remember somehow forcing my mom and grandmother to play Wii Sports Bowling with me one year on New Year's Eve, and I still have no idea how I did that. There was also one time we went to Olive Garden on New Year's Eve. Yeah, that's all I really had to say about that. But still, for events on New Year's, there surprisingly aren't as many as you suspect. There's really just a ball drop and that's it. Sorta sucks there aren't more, but not much I can really do about that. Oh wait, I have a slight one, and I think it's the only way to truly end this video. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Now personally, I haven't done any major ones recently admittedly, but that's because clearly I am a flawless being, screw you. But the real reason is I just sorta suck at keeping up with them, which seems like a common mistake people have. So common I don't even think I can really make a joke about that fact, there's nothing left for me to say. But I will say that for the channel, my New Year's resolutions would just be releasing more and better content. I have been getting better in the last couple of months releasing more than just one video each month. The last month where I released only one video was September, which was a couple of months ago, but still. I do promise I have more plans for videos next year, with things like at least 2 giant videos I wanted to try to get out this year, but just couldn't do the time. Yes, one of those is the inevitable Halloween video, but I have some other giant things for next year I hope to get out. One of those is hopefully going to be in January, but don't quote me on that. Still, my New Year's resolution is just being better in terms of content next year. I probably should have made my New Year's resolution releasing the prisoners from my basement, but maybe 2027. Still, that's all I feel like I could talk about in New Year's. Honestly, slightly surprised at how pretty decent this holiday actually is, despite it probably seeming boring compared to other holidays. But hey, not complaining. The more good holidays, the better. I would have loved to talk about 2025 as a whole right now, but I honestly don't think I have anything to really say about the year. Personally, it was okay, not anything major to me outside of my content, which I already did talk about. So honestly, I don't really have anything big to say about 2025. To the people watching this video around midnight on New Year's, whether that be around 2026 or in the future, I would like to say thank you so much. I still need that comment though, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great New Year this or next year, haha I'm so funny, and just a great 2026 in general. Still, I'm off to go watch the ball drop while listening to the New Year's Evil theme. Have a great day and year.